so this is Kevin. And so let's say you're a yoga teacher and you just arrived in Kampot, Cambodia. And you taught your first class this morning and you left your mat and everything else at the studio. And it's really hot out and you don't want to go back. What do? You improvise. So this class is an improvise class to show you that, hey, no matter where you are, you can get a towel instead of a mat. You can get, oh, this happens to be a waterproof bag stuffed with some clean laundry, but you could probably use dirty laundry, probably even better, right, for your prop. And yeah, you just make it work. So that's what today's class is, just make it work. Little apartment here in Kampot, Cambodia. Don't know how the sound's going to be, but you know, there's value in this too. So let's begin by coming to lie down on our backs in Shavasana. The space is just barely big enough, right? So maybe traditional, your feet are wide on your mat or your towel in this case, heels wide, feet canted outward, arms by your side, palms up, and closing your eyes, taking a soft gaze, or staring at a spot that doesn't move. And begin by taking deep breaths. Deep inhale through the nose, and deep exhales through the nose. Arriving in your practice, grounding, centering, letting go of everything else. And invariably, when those thoughts, your list of things to do, other stuff comes back into your head, just recognize it's there. Be kind to yourself. And just let it go. Let it float away like a balloon. And maybe focusing on the breath. If you're really focusing on the inhale and the exhale, or maybe ujjayi breathing, right, that's kind of occupying that space. So a few breaths here to ground and settle. And from here, so maybe bringing your fingers onto your belly. Durga Pranayama, 3-part breathing. On the inhale, breathe into the belly, feel the belly rise. Exhale, relax the belly. Inhale, breath into the belly. Exhale, relax the belly. And bring your hands up along your rib cage. Inhale, breath into the belly and then up into the chest. Sternum rises, rib cage expands. Exhale, relax your chest, relax your belly. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, chest, belly. Now bring your hands up right above your collarbones. Inhale, breath into the belly, up into the chest, and then the bottom of the shoulder region. Just feel that small movement. And exhale, relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your belly. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulder. Exhale, shoulder, chest, belly. Returning your arms along your side, palms up. And turning your attention inward for the next few minutes. Continuing this breathing exercise on your own. And then bringing awareness back to your body. Maybe taking some small movements with your hands and feet, your fingers and toes. Maybe moving your head from side to side. And then starting to warm up. Bending your knees, bringing your knees into your chest. Maybe taking a nice squeeze, nose towards your knees, feeling release in the lower back. And returning your head to the mat, and then maybe just side to side movements. This is going to be a gentle practice, right? Simulating yoga for traveling, right? You're in a hotel room, you don't have anything else with you. You're just making do. And that's a great thing, particularly after traveling. This usually feels pretty good. And then making circles with the knees. Drawing those circles on the ceiling as if we had 8-foot paintbrushes on our knees. Why would we do that? No idea. But if we did, this is what it would look like. First in one direction, and then the other direction. And then letting the left leg go long, right knee into the chest. Maybe taking a nice squeeze again, maybe nose to knee, if that feels appropriate for you. And or gentle movement side to side. Whatever it takes. So you're looking for the sensation, right, that you need today. Right? Play around with it and says, oh, that feels good. Oh, that doesn't feel like much. Or maybe, oh, that doesn't feel good. So find the sensation you need, gentle experimentation, and letting the right leg go long, left knee into the chest. And you'll find, I would imagine, like most of us, that one side is very different than the other, right? So just self-care. Give yourself permission to take what you need and leave the rest behind. And then both knees back into the chest again. And a gentle nose to knee. And release. And coming to lie down. And rolling over to the right or left side. And pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Towel's going to move a little bit more than a mat will. And, okay, coming into seated. And warming up your neck. So, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up, but being mindful. Imagine if you had a tennis ball right in the back of your head, so you wouldn't be able to lift your head up a little bit more than this. So guideline is if you're in a standard room, 8 to 10 foot ceilings where the ceiling meets the wall. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up, and then neutral. And so, inhale, looking over the right shoulder, or to your degree. Exhale, center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, right shoulder. And just continuing, inhaling and exhaling. Right? Maybe it's not all the way over the shoulder. Just to the point of a nice, healthy sensation. No strain, no stress. And coming to stillness. So, continuing to warm up our spine with some cat-cows. So, inhale, I'm looking up and I'm bringing my belly forward, right? Arching my lower back, bringing the chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, now collapse, chin to chest, rolling over the shoulders. Inhale to seated cow. Exhale to seated cat. And continuing. with the cadence of your own breath. Gentle inhales, gentle exhales. And just like this whole makeshift operation, I don't have any supplemental light, so I know it's kind of dark. This will be interesting. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. And a couple more. And coming to center. And stillness. And continuing to warm up. So arms to the sky. So arms are straight. Arms to the sky. Arms are straight. And then bringing the right palm to your towel, maybe a form, and then leaning over to the right side. Your arm can be straight, maybe looking up into the raised palm, maybe bending the elbow. Whatever feels good here. Opening the chest and breathing. So your right palm is to the mat. Feel the nice opening through the left side. Deep inhales and exhales, being gentle, not straining. Inhale, both arms to the sky. And left palm to the mat. Leaning over to the left side, feeling a nice opening into the right side. Staying here or gazing into the raised palm, maybe bending your elbow. Again, whatever feels good, whatever you need today after your travel, feel free to take it and leave the rest behind. And coming back to the sky, and both palms by your side. And I'm just going to move around here so you can see me better. And so seated twist. Arms to the sky, and then right fingertips directly behind me, left palm to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just take a gentle twist. Maybe you're looking over your right shoulder. Maybe it's not that far. Just to where you start to feel the sensation that you want to feel. Stop there. If all of a sudden it starts feeling a little more than sensation, back off. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax into the twist. For a couple more breaths. Think about lengthening on every inhale, and then maybe think about relaxing into the twist on every exhale. And one more. Exhaling, coming out, and then reversing direction. Left fingertips behind, right palm to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax into the twist. Just to your degree. You don't need to get your chin over your left shoulder. If that feels good, great, go for it. Just feeling nice stretch, nice medium stretch in our twist here. Inhaling and exhaling, and then coming back to center. Interlacing your hands, opening your chest for a couple breaths here. Bringing those shoulders blades back. Maybe think about bringing them towards each other. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice chest opener. So because we don't have a mat, since we're on a towel, we're not going to be doing any standing poses today. Wouldn't really be safe. Slip sliding, not a good idea. And release. And then extending your legs in front of you using some sort of prop. Moving it out of the way. So Dandasana, staff pose. So my palms are right by my side. I'm lengthening my spine as much as I can, and I'm curling my toes towards me just to feel, again, this healthy sensation in the back of my legs. Micro bend in the knees, right? Never ever locking our joints. And a couple breaths here. If you're pushing, feeling a relief in the lower back, maybe. And then inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, leading with your chest. And then palms wherever they fall, just to your degree. Trying to lead with your chest, not pulling, not pushing. We'll get into some deeper stretches. This is just, again, a warm up. Inhaling and exhaling. Palms to shins is great. Ankles. Maybe you're extra bendy and you can get your hands around your toes or around your feet. Hey, that's great. Go for it. Just to feel some sensation in the lower back and the hamstrings. Inhaling, exhaling, and release. Arms to the sky and by your side. So coming into a tabletop, into a cat-cow. So continue to warm up the spine. On the inhale, look up, tail up, drop the belly, soften the belly really. That's on the inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, gaze to the belly button, rounding your back like an angry cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And continuing with your breath, inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Whatever feels good or whatever pace feels good, maybe pausing. This is your practice. These are all suggestions. Take what you need and leave the rest behind. And then some more hip movements. So circles with the hip. Right. Just, again, if this bothers your knees, put extra cushion underneath your knees, extra towels. If you're in the hotel room, you should have plenty of towels. Make yourself a nice little padded area. And circles with the hips, nice and stable. And reversing direction. Inhale and exhale. Really, if you do nothing more than just hang out and breathe, consciously inhaling and exhaling, that 3-part diaphragmatic breathing into the belly, up into the chest, bottom of the shoulders, and exhale in reverse order. Okay, coming to stillness. Well, just going to turn here so you can get a better view. So dynamic thread the needle. So on the inhale, I'm going to raise my right arm to the sky. And if it's appropriate, following with the gaze. So a little bit of a twist and more neck warm-ups. Exhale, I'm going to thread the right arm under the left, bending my left elbow, bringing my right shoulder and the right side of my head to the mat or the towel. Inhale, this is the dynamic part. Follow with my gaze, raising the right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, right under left. And one more time. Inhale, raising your right arm to the sky. Follow with the gaze. Exhale, thread the needle. Now this time, taking the bind, bringing your right shoulder to the mat, right side of your head to the mat. Now your left palm can stay here for support, or if it feels appropriate, bringing the left hand around into a bind. And breathing here. Deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales through the nose. If this doesn't feel good, you can bring that left palm back. Again, it's your practice. Do the parts that feel good and appeal to you, that do something for you. And if it doesn't, do something different, leave it behind, take a child's pose, whatever it takes. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, coming out of the bind if you took it, planting the left hand, raising the right arm to the sky, gaze follows if that's appropriate for your neck, and back to center. And then the other side. So left arm to the sky, follow with the gaze. Exhale, left under right, bring the left shoulder to the mat, bending the right elbow. Inhale. Left arm to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, thread the needle. Left shoulder, left side of your head to the mat. Inhale one more time. Left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. And taking the bind. Left shoulder to the mat, left side of your head to the mat. Your right hand can remain planted or take the optional bind around your back. And deep inhales and deep exhales here. And if you took the bind, bring the right hand back. And raising left arm to the sky one more time, following the gaze. And tabletop. And so from our tabletop, we can lower down, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Forearms in front, a little tight here, into a sphinx pose, right? And just working on the lower back a little bit more. So I can't demonstrate it here in this ridiculous space, but if there's too much sensation, you can move your arms forward in a sphinx arms. If say you didn't have a wall in front of you, or if you did, yeah, you could do that too, right? Just be careful, right, that we don't compromise the shoulder. We like to stack the joints, so we don't compromise any of our joints. And feeling a nice sensation through the lower back, however you're doing it, whatever space you have. And exhale, bringing your hands to crocodile. And just resting your chin on your hands, maybe taking just some windshield wipers with your hips. And palms underneath your shoulders, pushing back up to tabletop. And then a wide leg child's pose. So knees are wide on the mat, big toes are together, sitting back into an extended child's pose. Maybe for our forehead is to your prop, your makeshift prop. Maybe forehead to the mat. Maybe arms are out in front. Maybe hands come to heels for something more restorative. And breathing here, feeling the nice counter pose on the lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you're in Balasana, child's pose, as opposed to extended child's pose, bringing the arms back out in front and walking your hands over to the left side of the mat. Forehead to the mat. Feel a nice opening into the right side. And taking a few breaths here. And walking your hands over to the right side of the mat. Maybe putting your left palm over the right hand and feeling the nice opening into the left side of your body. A few more breaths here. And then back to extended child's pose and just taking the child pose flow. So inhaling, coming up to table. Exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, hands underneath your shoulders, half cobra. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale, pushing up through tabletop, back to a child's pose. And trying that again. Inhale, table, Exhale, knees, chins, and chest to the mat. Inhale, half cobra. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale through table. And sitting back into child's pose, extended child's pose. And one more time. Inhale. Table. Exhale, elbows in. Chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Half cobra rather. Exhale, chin to the mat. Through table. And then back to a child's pose. For a couple breaths here. And back to table. So, can't really do a down dog on a slippery floor with a mat, but what we can do is just bring the right foot forward, hands to your thigh, into a low lunge, and you could walk your right foot forward, keeping the right knee over the right ankle, and then feeling the nice opening through the hip flexor on the left side. And breathing. Feeling a nice stretch here. We're not going to do anything, again, in our limited capacity. Not diminished capacity, limited capacity. Two different things. Inhaling and exhaling. And then I'm just staying where you are. I'm going to change positions. So, bring your left palm to the mat, raising your right arm to the sky. And just a little bit more of a twist. And depending upon, maybe you're feeling this in your right glute, your right upper hamstring. Inhaling and exhaling. And palms back to the mat, back to tabletop. Maybe a couple more cat-cows if it feels right. Maybe some hip circles, hip sways. And then stepping forward with the left. Maybe walking your left foot forward a little bit, keeping the left knee over the left ankle, palms on your thigh. Feeling the nice opening through your right hip flexor. And taking a few breaths here. Change positions. Your torso is straight, spine is long. And now right palm to your towel, raising the left arm to the sky. And maybe feeling that stretch in through the left upper hamstring or glute right here. Just a few breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And release. And coming back to table. And then just coming into a seated position. So maybe using a prop if you need it for seated, but nothing, maybe like a blanket folded over a couple times or a towel. And to Dandasana or staff pose. We've been here before at the beginning of the practice. Hands are by your thighs. Hands are by your hips. Curling your toes to a Jew. Deep inhales and deep exhales. And then raising your arms to the sky. Forward fold. Okay, just take a nice gentle forward fold. Try not to round the back. Leading with your chest. Palms fall where they may. Right? Maybe if you have a belt or something, using a strap around your feet. Micro bend in your knees. And Again, it's more important to keep your back straight than it is to, people rounding their back, trying to get their nose to their knees. If you're getting a stretch in through your hamstring and you can feel a sensation in your lower back, again, it's all about the sensation you feel. That's why we kind of cue that. Inhaling and exhaling, and then releasing. Coming up, reverse table. So your heels are about a foot in front of your sit bones. Hands are about a foot behind your hips. Now, hand position, if you have wrist issues, be very careful here. Hands can be forward, hands could be back, maybe on your fists. Be very mindful of any wrist issues. And then on the inhale, sending your hips to the sky, aligning your spine. You're aligning your head with your spine and pushing with your thighs, right, for that reverse table. Feeling sensation in your lower back and getting a nice stretching through your shoulders for a few breaths here, and then releasing. And then a seated twist. So bending your right knee, bringing your heel as close to your sit bone as you can, and then cradling your right leg with your left arm. Fingertips behind. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, looking over your shoulder. With my left leg, I'm curling my toes towards me, feeling the sensation into my left leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax into the pose. Asana C. This is a version of it. It's a more gentle version for this particular practice. Every time you inhale, think about lengthening. Every time you exhale, think about relaxing into the pose. Not pushing, not pulling, relaxing. Feeling a nice sensation through your right upper hamstring, glute, and also a twist. And breathing. And releasing. Left knee. Wrapping your right arm around your left knee, left fingertips behind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting towards my left shoulder to your degree. Feeling the sensation. Inhaling and exhaling for another couple breaths here. And releasing. And coming to lie down on our backs. So hands underneath your thighs. And coming to lie down. And so figure 4 or reverse pigeon. So right ankle over the left thigh. And if this is enough sensation, stay here. Or reaching through, grasping the back of the left knee and gently pulling the left leg towards your chest until you feel the sensation in the right hip that you're looking for. And here's one advantage of this close quarters. Here, I can spin around and I can use the wall. Right? So you bring your foot up and then you bring your foot down. Maximum is where your leg is parallel to the floor. So it's how hard, but make sure that your lower back is in contact with the mat or the floor or your towel. And just hanging out here and just enjoying the amazing opening in through the right thigh. Again, reaching through and pulling, that's fine too. But if you have a wall handy, this is a great way to do it. Or if you love pigeon, feel free to come onto your belly and take your pigeon pose. Inhaling and exhaling. This is another great one if you've been sitting on an airplane for hours and hours and hours. Oh yeah. Feel a nice opening upper hamstring, the glutes that tighten up just sitting there. And reversing. So right foot to the mat, left ankle over right thigh, and reaching through and gently pulling the right leg towards the chest, feeling the great, nice, glorious opening in through the left. Upper hamstring, glute, and breathing. And releasing both feet to the mat, and then coming into your Shavasana. So maybe knees are bent, feet wide on the mat, knees are bent together, right? Particularly if you've been traveling and you still have lower back tightness, despite this lovely asana practice, or feet long on the mat. Good thing I'm short. Feet long on the mat, arms by your side, palms up. Gently closing the eyes, taking a soft gaze or staring at a spot that doesn't move. And relaxing from head to toe and spending 5 minutes in Shavasana. And bring awareness back to your body, taking small movements with your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, moving your head from side to side, knees into chest, take some circles, one direction, the other direction, really squeeze nose to knee, and rolling over to your right side and coming up into a comfortable seated position. And so for our pranayama, this afternoon, we're going to do, so this is for everybody. So again, figuring we've been traveling and we're out of balance, right? So Nadi Shodhana, the yogis believe that there's about 72,000-ish energy channels in the body. And we have the right side and the left side, the male, the female, the sun, the moon. And to balance these energy channels, Nadi Shodhana, this breathing exercise, balances those nadis. It can relieve stress, anxiety when practiced regularly. It can be practiced any time of the day on a full or empty stomach. There are no contraindications for this pranayama. To practice this pranayama, what we will do is we use our right thumb to close our right nostril, and we use our right ring finger to close the left nostril. Or you can use you can put your middle finger and your index finger in your third eye and do it this way, either way. So curling the index and middle finger. Okay. So to practice Nadi Shodhana, we close our right nostril and we inhale from the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we close the left and we exhale right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We inhale right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close right and exhale left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that was one round. That was just practice. So we'll do 5 rounds, and I will count each breath. So closing the right nostril, inhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close left, exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close right, exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was one round, 4 more. Inhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then returning your hands maybe to your lap or your knees. And taking a soft gaze and just a few normal breaths to let the work settle. And now with a new state of calm from having our nadis balanced, we'll go ahead into our guided meditation. So coming into a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you, or maybe it's a lying down position, any position where you're comfortable, where your body's not bothering you and you'll be able to focus. So from this position, gently closing your eyes, taking a soft gaze, or staring at a spot that doesn't move. Your back is straight, your spine is long. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Separate your teeth. Relax your shoulders. Your hands are comfortably in your lap or by your side, maybe taking a mudra of your choice. And begin by taking a deep inhale through the nose. Imagine the cool air filling your lungs. And exhaling, a full exhale from your lungs. Another deep inhale in through your nose, completely filling your lungs. The life force of breath energizing you, calming you. And as you exhale, think about exhaling all of that which no longer serves you. All the negativity that may exist, or some of the negativity that may exist. And then one more deep inhale with positive and love and light. And exhale anything that may be bothering you. And then returning to normal breathing. Now imagine you're walking in a forest, and it's an early morning. And it has rained the night before, but now the sky has cleared. But you can smell the rain from the night before. Maybe you can hear a nearby creek with the runoff from the water, the rain the night before. And as you walk, you come out of the forest into this open field. And the field before you has a gentle rise to it. And so you walk to the top of this hill that's overlooking this field. And as you do so, you notice all the sounds in the morning, all the birds singing, nature, the creek bubbling. And so as you get to the top of this hill, you turn around and you close your eyes. It's a bright sunny day, blue sky. It's a cool morning. The sun feels really nice, the warmth of the sun on your face. And you close your eyes, but you can tell where the sun is as the light comes through your eyelids. And you sit down at this top of the hill. And even though your eyes are closed, you know that you're overlooking this field that slopes downward towards a creek. And beyond the creek is a little pond where the water's all running off to. And you're listening to the birds, the songbirds, all the morning sounds of nature. And behind you are all the trees from the forest. And you can smell the trees from the rain, the pine trees in particular. And as you sit here, you reflect on nature. There's not another soul in the world for miles and miles and miles. It's just you and nature. So when you sit in your meditation, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, maybe a gentle breeze, hearing all the sounds of nature, the insects and the birds, and the creek from the runoff, and then smelling the fresh grass from the rain in the pine trees. Now turning your attention inward for the next several moments. Exist in this natural scene, focusing on the sensations of the sun feeling warm on your face, hearing the natural sounds, and smelling the pine trees and the fresh grass. Turn your attention inward for the next few moments, letting go. And when any stray thoughts come to your mind, and they will, just use your breath to come back to this natural scene. And starting to gently let go of your nature retreat, bringing your body back to awareness by taking small movements, maybe some circles with your torso, First in one direction, then another direction. Maybe moving your head from side to side. Taking some net circles. Taking some deep inhales and some deep exhales. And if your eyes are closed, remain with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands together and rubbing your palms. Generating heat. And placing your warm palms over your closed eyes. And in the darkness, opening your eyes. And then spreading your fingers, letting the light in. Coming all the way back to your physical body. And we'll conclude our practice with one more deep breath together. Inhale, raising your arms. Looking up to join palms. Exhale, palms to heart center. Anjali Mudra. And then with our greeting of Namaste.